Hello and welcome to episode 3. As you probably seen from the title, we are going to review Espire 1, which is brought to you by the same company that made Killing Floor 1 and 2, which are only in screen mode, Killing Floor Incursion, which is VR mode, and Espire. And Espire is especially satisfying, in my opinion, due to the fact that, although limited, they do have voice command, such as open. Sometimes it takes a moment. I was kind of hoping to demonstrate this more in the field, but open. Open.
Espire console 05032.
No, I'm not frustrated at all.
Welcome,
no,
Espire
anyway.
agent.
Sometimes it's a little glitchy, but it's still super satisfying when it does work. Because you can straight up hold the dude up. You can just be like, freeze! And they'll be like, oh my god, no, don't shoot me! Anyway, so you've got like the main story mode missions. I'm on that one. I think it's like the third one. Yeah, third one. But, for sake of spoilers and such, I'm mostly going to just be showing random sporadic gameplay. But that's first I just wanted to highlight that there is a story mode called Missions and a challenge mode broken up into 3 different sections, each of which have their own subsections, such as stealth has sneaking up and holding up. That's that, as I mentioned earlier, just walking up like freeze. And then we got combat, elimination, and takedown. They both kind of sound like the exact same thing, but to each their own. And we got person of interest, hostage rescue, and climbing. And I'm not gonna lie, these are a lot of fun. But let's first show off random features of the game. So you have like 2 methods to straight up holding up a dude. You could be like, freeze! Like I said, sometimes a little glitchy. Freeze! Freeze!
Come on, man.
There we go. Yeah, like I said, it can be a little bit glitchy. This is Espire Vision, only certain models of...
That's you. Get your...
Yeah, so your second option available is to just reach around him here and just thank you. And during the missions, when you're supposed to disarm them, try and be nice and careful not to like straight up knock them out but yeah, so far like those are like the stealth mechanics. Well, I mean those are part of the stealth mechanics. The other part of the stealth mechanics as a robot. Give this 1 second here. Woo. You have 2 neat options. Okay, first of all, let's highlight this option here. A camera on both your hands. You can just hello. And then you can also take this camera, right? And then you can just throw it over there. And then you can bring this up again, and there's like a little sound thing up here, right?
Now what?
Make a little noise.
Task complete.
And that way you can just, grab their gun like that. And the other big mechanic, as a robot, you just grab a metal wall with your magnetic hands, and also as a robot, because you're a robot and you're nice and strong, you can just whee, which is incredibly satisfying. In a moment, I'm going to show you how to use that in a very satisfying way. Alright, one of the most satisfying ways is if you have an advanced unit and you have the power over here, little thing. Alright, you can push this one button and it'll slow down time, right? So see, slow. Okay. Now, if you don't have an advanced model, as long as that bar is full, the first time you alert an enemy, it'll slow down time. And so, to me, one of the most satisfying uses of that is to,
Task complete.
because I'm not gonna lie, that makes me feel incredibly badass.
Task complete.
Whee!
was that?
complete. Task complete.
And then we see how satisfying that is? That is beautiful. You have no idea how good that feels. Deadpool said it best when he said, "I am touching myself tonight." Ooh, these things are cool too. Like sometimes they go that way and sometimes they go this way.
Task complete.
So that's all well and good, what you can and can't do in certain little aspects are right there. There's a couple extra little neat things I'm going to show you later on, but you know, what's the story about? Alright, so you're an operative, like some sort of secret agent operative, and you are now neurolinked with a robot in an overtaken facility that like it used to belong to you guys, and now belongs to like somebody else that they don't appreciate running their shit, right? So they want to clickety clack at their little keyboards, and they sent me into one of these robot bodies to kick some ass, right? And that's the short of it, of course, without ruining any sort of anything.
Agent, you're now commandeering a prototype.
Ultimately,
Alpha
is the game
Espire
fun?
unit.
Oh
No
god,
bells and
yes!
whistles
Like
on
this is Metal
Very
Gear
connection
Solid
completely
fans
stable at almost
who have VR headsets. Like this is their
3,000
wet
clicks.
dream.
First objective
This-
is to find a weapon.
The
Should be
things you
something
can
in
do
my
that are
office.
they're basically
Head
like
there.
reminiscent of like a
They
VR
always
version
fucking
of maybe
Wait,
like
before you leave, you should calibrate the Espire unit.
You'll need a repair
Snake
tool
Eater
as well.
maybe, like if
Stand
it
over
was
the
in
holographic feet to start
in a
calibration.
facility, or what's the one I'm really fucking thinking of? I think like 4, but like not as convoluted. So this is the first level, and this is the little setup thing.
How does it feel?
To set
Everything
up
match
where
up?
everything goes, like the clips, bullets, the guns, everything. It's a little intrusive when you have like a rifle right here, but there's no real way of getting it kind of anywhere the fuck
Now
out of
aim
your,
your
out
hand
of
at the
your way.
repair tool. To holster any weapons or items, simply
You know,
drop them
as
near
a
your
as a
chest.
robot,
Okay,
you
you
of course
ready?
have magnetic
Head out into the
hands,
hall.
as we already established with grabbing the walls and the climbing and the why isn't that working all of a sudden?
Warning, Model 1 is
So when you get
facing
hurt,
Pull the
you
trigger
got a
over the
repair
damage
tool.
orcs.
And you gotta
Good.
Mary says
something some people will appreciate is most levels have a picture or 2 or 5 or half a dozen
Nice
of a
boy.
cute
Oh, my
puppy.
partner in
Look how
crime.
cute he
Number
is.
one
He's a
reller.
good boy.
not got your man on your
All
desk.
right,
Parents or
back to the
nothing?
thing. So I could like physically duck, or there is a duck button. I can also turn the duck button thing off. Some events you go up, some you go to the side, but this one you gotta go up, and then you crouch down, right? And it's all very neat. I don't know. I like it. I like the interactability. A lot of different items that you can just walk up to. Say, for example, oh, here we go. The dog picture I picked up. This is one of the scientists. I think we've seen pictures of her over there on the wall as well. Is this one of the things we can? No, that's too heavy. Let's bolt it down. See, you can pick up random stuff. You can even throw stuff to alert enemies. Give me a second, we'll get there. So, voila, you have yourself an enemy. What are your options available? Well, as we already established, I can reach around, grab his gun, and shoot him in the face. When you're not in the middle of a challenge, he stays there. He doesn't just fade away. We'll get there in a second, right? So yeah, I can also just bop him in the back of the head, punch him out. Or I can zap him with this thing, right? Just give him a little... I found a pistol since we last spoke. And I like the options to deal with him. I could literally also climb onto the ceiling and drop down onto him and knock his ass out that way. And that's actually exactly what I'm going to do just to demonstrate it. That still worked, okay? Apparently just throwing myself at him like that, it worked. I might keep that for a blooper reel in the end. Oh! Alright, now, I should deal with that. And this is how. Like I said, you have so many options, like hiding behind a dead person or an unconscious person. Now, I'm gonna walk towards his friend using him as a meat shield. Hey, friend. Friend. Hello. I'm just gonna knock you out just because that's funny as hell. Yeah, let's like properly alert this guy. Yeah, hi. Hello. See, now because his friend's just unconscious, usually they won't fire. This guy got a little trigger happy. But the options you have at your disposal, also because like almost like Metal Gear, except for, you know, proper VR and interactability, right? You can actually take clips away from empty guns so that nobody just decides that they're gonna, you know, pick up the gun. Like if he wakes up, because he will wake up, he could see this and be like, I'm gonna get that, and then I'm gonna go do something about that intruder.
You've evaded capture. Lie low.
Now he
I'll
can't.
be on the lookout.
Well, I mean, I could have just... Now he can't. Now he can again. As I had mentioned earlier, it's, like I said, a little intrusive with these two things, but on the upside, they're mostly on the outer side of this little bracket here. So it's not the most inconvenient, but it is still just a little bit of a pain in the ass, in my opinion.
Stupid voice. You know that?
Alright.
You're lucky you've got a gun, mate.
I love it. They actually like kind of talk shit a little bit while you're holding them up and stuff. Freeze!
Contact front!
No, please, no, oh my god, no. Yeah, but what if I do though, you know? I'm definitely not a dangerous person. Just don't even, it's okay, don't worry about it. He was a bad guy. Honestly, between being like in the rafters or even literally hanging from the ceiling, if I could just... Let's see if I can reach. Whee! Literally... Oh, monkey barring. Monkey bars! Woo! But, you know, for the most part, it's pretty intuitive, and there's also like the aspect of actually like stalking somebody. Just hello. Hello. But in a Metal Gear Solid fashion, though, you know, it's espionage fashion, if there was going to be more people coming and I didn't want them immediately on high alert, then I could just throw them all in a pit, like this one right here.
Be careful. The enemy is going.
And the like not a dangerous person that I am, you know, just maybe I'm going to stand at the top of the pit and scream at the ones that are still alive that it puts the lotion on its skin. No, I'm kidding. So one of the greatest parts of being able to manipulate bodies, unconscious or dead, is being able to replay that one scene from The Lion King.
Brother, help me!
Long live the king.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty fun playing with corpses. I swear, not a dangerous person. However, does my gun look clean to you? Like, really look down that barrel. Don't cheap ass it. I need to know, is this motherfucker clean? Oh. Ooh, you're Brazilian, aren't you? There we go. Discard that. Not a dangerous person. Don't even insinuate.
No, don't do it! No, don't do it! No, don't do it!
So yeah, all in all though, definitely recommend Espire 1. Now there's a series of like filters and FOV.
Use the repair tool on the control panel. It's on.
Ultimately, though, at the end of the day, the game is intuitive. The guns shoot pretty satisfactorily. Some of them not much recoil, some of them a fair bit of recoil. Pistols are honestly my favorite, but that's just because the moves. It just feels most natural to me with the moves. Yeah, I really like how responsive, for the most part, the climbing is. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's a ton of fun.
Great. The unit
Get
is now
different
online.
Espire
Open the
units
Espire
for
console
different
to
levels.
possess the new unit.
Like this was level 1, the introductory, so that's why it was so basic as fuck. This one over here has got that Espire vision where everything goes green and highlights enemies.
You'll need to
Yeah,
open up
the entire
Espire
game,
console.
it's fairly
There's
intuitive.
a floating button on
It's
your
kind of
wrist, like a wrist
almost like a Hitman, Metal Gear Solid, espionage, whack-a-mole. It's a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun. Absolutely recommend it. Especially if you like the other titles from Tripwire, who also, like I said, made the Killing Floor series. But it's about everything I got, so hopefully you enjoyed that.
Have you been drinking, Rick? I really appreciate you, Morty. Okay, cool. All right, Rick. You little son of a bitch! Are you a simulation? Huh? Are you a simulation? No! You little son of a bitch! I'm sorry, Morty. You're a good kid.
It's time to stop!